Hi there, and welcome to day 31 of praying the 40 days of Lent. I'm so glad you've taken some time today to pray with me. Today we are practicing again centering prayer. We did this on Monday, and we're going to do the same thing again today, but challenge ourselves even more with 10 minutes of silence. Now, if that sounds really daunting to you, I encourage you please to persevere, to just give it a try. I know that 10 minutes of silence sounds like a lot, but I want to challenge you to try it. So if you missed Monday's video, just a reminder that the practice of centering prayer is a meditative practice. It's about being in silence and then trying to also silence our minds. But the goal of this prayer is not to have a perfectly silent mind. That's basically impossible. I mean, maybe somebody somewhere has been able to achieve that, but for most of us, that is just beyond the realm of possibility. The goal of this prayer is to return to silence, and it's really about that practice of return, of noticing when we have a thought come to mind, and then letting it go and returning our attention to silence, to focus, to God's presence with us. It's about resting in God's love, resting our minds so that we are, our whole body, our whole selves is in that presence of God. So yes, you will need it's silent, but you will need one word for this prayer, a prayer word or a sacred word that you say when you've noticed yourself thinking a thought. This word, you say it out loud or in your head as a way of letting go of that thought and returning your attention to prayer. And so that word could be a name for God, like Jesus, Spirit. You could say, "Come, Lord." Some people like to use the word peace or love or trust, be open. Really, yeah, you could choose any word. And so maybe you've prayed with a word last time or in previous times and you like to keep using that word, and that's fine. Or maybe you want to try using a new word. The only rule is that whatever word you choose, that you don't change it partway through the prayer. So how this will work is I will open us or lead us into a time of silence. I have a timer here that I'll time 10 minutes, and then I will close us at the end. So we'll begin by lighting a candle. If you have a candle at home, I invite you to light one along with me. This is a visual symbol of Christ's presence with us. So I invite you to close your eyes, to settle into your seat, to get comfortable. Plant your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting on the floor like I am, you can cross your legs, place your hands on your lap, and just notice your breathing. Notice if you have any tension or tightness anywhere. Lower those shoulders down and slow your breathing. Notice your breath as you inhale and exhale. And we begin by speaking our prayer word, focusing our attention on this time and on resting in God's love which holds us and embraces us. God, thank you for your love, for your presence, for your nearness to us. Help us to carry this gift of this time with us through the rest of the day. Amen. Thank you for praying with me today. I know that 10 minutes is a long time for silence, but I do think it's maybe not an everyday practice for some of us, but a helpful practice at times, especially because we do live in such a noisy world. Silence is really a gift, and it is a gift to practice that return, that presence with God and resting in God's love. I pray that this time of rest, this time of silence, will give you a boost, give you what you need for the rest of your day. God bless.